What is up, bros? Now this week is going to be very exciting. First, we're kicking it off with this insane video that is freaking packed. Plus, I have been going Rambo on my sleep schedule, trying not to let the Brah fam down, and I also have 2 more Siege videos coming up this week. Now, I am going to ask you all for your support this week because I actually am going to be doing a couple Apex Season 3 videos, and those will also be coming out this week, but I have made sure that you aren't missing any Siege content for it. And in fact, I'm actually going to be putting out 2 to 3 times more of the amount of Siege videos that I normally do. And by doing these upcoming Apex videos, that allows me to not need to do any type of promotion on Siege videos in the near future. So if you guys have played Apex before, I do kindly ask for your support to check those videos out when they do go live. And just remember that the next Siege video will also be right around the corner of those. Plus, I'm going to be thanking you guys extra by giving away 3 $20 Amazon gift cards to random winners on each Apex video, so you'll have 6 chances to win, and the only requirements are to like and comment on the Apex video. Anyways, I got the usual timestamps down below so that you can jump around to whatever sounds nutty to you. Now let's get right into the first trick. Up first, we have a series of tricks all set into this first one where Slayer657 taught me how to do the Rappel cancel trick to get onto certain short ledges in Siege. This example here on Kafe is great because you can get an unexpected angle through the skylight into Freezer. The second method to get onto these short ledges is to rappel up the northwest corner, and as you go up you will look left and sprint to land on the planter by the tree. From there you can actually run onto the next ledge to do the normal ledge walk to get the angle that you want. So 2 different methods to get onto the edge, and they both work great. Now if you're doing something like hide and seek with friends, you can also get into a spot that you will literally never be found in by being Zofia, dropping onto the ledge above the main big door and then picking yourself up. I posted a couple screenshots of me up here on Twitter a few days ago and confused a bunch of people, but now you know the answer on how to do this. From here you can actually also vault over the ledge, land next to the light, and get a crazy angle into coat check. Now, I will be the first person to say that going through all of this isn't really the most practical in each game, but the possibility of it is pretty nuts, and it has that next level style points that are always fun to get, and that's always what gets you called a cheater from whoever your poor victim happens to be. Next up, we have a crazy sneaky twist on how to spawn peek anyone climbing up the ladder from the back alley spawn on bank. By going prone and leaning left on this nightstand, you can actually get an invisible angle through the railings and have a perfect line of sight straight to the head level of anyone getting stuck in the getting off the ladder animation. There's really no way to counter this if they climb up the ladder. Literally the only thing they can do is hope you miss. Even if you miss and they see the shots coming from here, you're so well hidden and the odds of them actually hitting you back are pretty much next to 0. Trick 3 is going to be continuing our insane angle train, and we're headed to Big Tower on Oregon for this pixel that is left open between the support beam on the west and the stone wall. You can either stand on the support beam or be all the way up at the top of the tower, but once you're here you have a pixel peek onto the window below that gets you easy kills on anyone approaching. One other option you also have here is to open up the window and watch for anyone approaching the bedroom windows to go for a rappel. This angle also goes all the way outside onto the grass, and even if attackers see the open window, you're pretty much invisible to the naked eye even with an ACOG because you're going through such a crazy line of sight. Now we're going to be starting our Valkyrie camera train starting with border, where we're going to be throwing a cam from archives to the smoking car on the ground level below. This camera is so easy to land 100% of the time. I'm just putting my crosshairs horizontally on the topmost layer of bricks, and that is it. You can now chuck the cam outside to make it invisible in the smoke on the car. Unless the attacking team has an IQ, this camera will literally stay up the entire round, and it'll even have some wiggle room for the randoms that spot the other team even when you're screaming into your mic to not scan, so it's a win-win situation for everybody. Jumping over to Clubhouse, we're going to be going downstairs in the Arsenal room where we have another way to use the C4 bounce trick to get our cameras in invisible spots. This one here is going to be under the cabinets in the northeast corner, and once you land it here, you will have infinite scans on anyone that got into the Arsenal site. Now I really like this camera too, because even if you happen to mess it up and you don't throw your camera perfect with the perfect bounce, it usually just bounces to the back wall and you'll still have really good views. You just won't always be able to turn the camera in a 360. It's still very well hidden, but just a little bit lower than the first, so it'll be a little bit more visible than the first variation. Alright, so now for the newest ranked map edition, we're going over to Kanal where we have an interesting one. If you throw the camera into the corner of this printer, you actually can't shoot it for some reason. You'll still be able to destroy it with melees, so it's only half invincible, but the views you get here are actually nuts. So even once Ubisoft fixes this, which they will because I did get it submitted on R6 Fix, it's still really well hidden and has a lot of good potential to be really useful. If you've seen some of my other Kanal videos, you probably know my favorite C4 from below, and this camera is incredible to combine with that C4 combo. Alright, now sticking with Kanal, we're going to be doing a few C4 yeets that look like they appear out of thin air to attackers. This first trick has two variations where we're going to quickly show off, with the first one being for any attacker that stops partway down the red stairs and holds angles on roamers. By breaking the ceiling of maps where you see me doing, this will actually line up right underneath the doorway above you, and you'll be able to get easy C4 kills up through the map ceiling, out of the door above, through the hall, and land on red stairs to get them one step closer to rage quitting. The second variation we have is going to be for the next round when the same victim is cautious of red stairs. He's going to think, what the hell happened? So he's going to pause in roof entrance to check it out, and once he does, you've already adjusted your throw to go right into the doorway above top red, and that's going to be it for him because he will have already quit out. Next up, we have our third C4 throw, and we're going to be moving on to the other side of the map and protecting the new bridge. Now, we've all been in gunfights with an attacker that holds an angle on the new bridge for 99% of the round, and this C4 from Lounge is the perfect answer for it. By going prone on the right side of the window, you can actually get your C4 to land on the window's edge, and that will be all you need to have the proximity damage to take out anyone in this area of the new bridge. Next up is a trick that's not map specific, and we're going to be giving Alibi some love. Now, I haven't really done much with Alibi as far as tricks, so this is going to be a great addition to any Alibi player's trick arsenal. Anytime you have a map with these support railings in the floor, you can actually place your prismas directly on it to hide the entire hologram's metal base. Now, this works best on maps where there's some sort of carpet or rug on the floor, and this is really a mind F when you're attacking, because even if you shoot it once, if you leave and you come back and you don't see any base on the hologram, it just gets shot again. So this is a really good find. Huge thanks to Tranz for sharing this with the Brah fam. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'll be back with an arsenal of uploads this week, and I can't wait. I'll see you all very soon in the next video. I love you all. Peace.